Sandra Crathern Inner Vision Health and Wellbeing tip for the week, continuing with the theme of what I've learnt this week. And I must just get that just right. Before I start, I have to say, most people know I do love clean and tidy, and I've just blitzed my office. And last week when I did the vlog, there was a radiator you could sort of see there, so I've hidden it out of the way and cleaned and tidied it. I just love to work in a good space, and that's not for everyone, but it really does work for me. Now, I've shared a little bit before in the past about how gratitude is such a wonderful thing to to really appreciate other people and what they do for you. And I've been with my husband for 46 years, and we nearly got divorced years ago, and it wasn't in the best state. And I remember spending a lot of time playing the blame game. If only you'd empty the bins, if only you'd discipline the children more, if only you'd do this, this, and this. And as I reflect back on that, I don't think that helped with a healthy dialogue and healthy relationship, playing the blame game. And there were obviously things that maybe he didn't do, but I'm sure there were many things I didn't do. So we went to marriage guidance and counselling and did all that stuff, and noticed that what we don't do enough of is, or didn't do enough of, is appreciate each other. Now, I may have shared you this, I've got it on my desk, and it was a very expensive card a lovely friend bought me, which says gratitude. It's all done in like beautiful paper, so I framed it because I love it. And what I've noticed, and I mean, I wouldn't say I've just learned it this week, but I've been reminded of it this week, how being grateful, particularly appreciating people from the heart rather than just saying the words, actually brings people closer together rather than focus on all the negative stuff. We can always talk about what doesn't work in a relationship. I think it's really important to focus on what works. When we're kids, there's nothing nicer, is there, than being told that we've done well, or we're a good girl or a good boy or whatever, and I do think that appreciation really goes a long way. If you're in a job and people really appreciate you and are grateful, you're more likely to value your work and your company more than if you're not. So this week I have, over and above, and I do it a lot actually, really, really practice stretching my gratitude muscle with my husband. And, many times in the day, gone and given him a kiss and thanked him for what he's doing, some DIY now, I'm doing my work stuff. Then we're meeting later to go for coffee and seeing some grandchildren. And I really appreciate what he's really good at. There's some things he's not so great at, like emptying the Hoover, which I did earlier. And I thought, really? Has he left it like that? But he's brilliant at painting and decorating and gardening and sorting the cars out and all the other things. So I really want to encourage you, with anybody in your life, whether it be your partner or your kids, or just shift a little bit away from the blame game and look at a little bit more at what you can appreciate, because you can't really negotiate on the stuff that isn't working unless you're in a better space. If I'm full of negativity and anger and resentment and hate or whatever comes up, I'm less likely to come across as a more loving, kind person who wants to negotiate and move forward. So I was saying to my husband this week, really grateful for the things you do. I really appreciate you work really hard. I know we're very good at different things. We're a really good team together, I think. And he said to me, one night I was getting a bit overwhelmed with staff, trying to get this decorating finished, and you can see I've got these things when I get cross or upset, and Gary says, you want to lose those, Sandra, they're not attractive. So he said, why don't we sleep in the summer house? This was Saturday night. Let's go and get a film, download it, sleep in our summer house, get some cushions. And we've done it many, many times before in the summer. And I thought, I just need to lighten up a bit, in the big scheme of things. How important is it, when we first got married, that he squeezed the toothpaste from the wrong part and didn't squeeze it from the bottom, or it might have even been me, I don't know who did it. Such a long time ago. How important was it, some of the things? The things that are really important, certainly we need to sit around a table and talk about what doesn't work. But I need to use the I word, more, and say how I'm feeling and what's going on for me. So for what that's worth this week, I think I'm learning more and more to be appreciative and grateful to people because I just get more out of them. You know, really do. And it's not a manipulative thing that I'm doing. I genuinely have to feel that gratitude. So I'm really grateful if you've listened to the whole 5 minutes of this. And I really look forward to finding some more hearts one day or something I can press that will make something. Maybe I'll ask my PA, she's good at that stuff. So I hope you have a great week and I look forward to sharing with you something I've learned next week.